Captain, before we step onto this page and planning island, tell me, what does book make you feel when it means a written work with pages, the act of reserving something in advance, and the official record of written information? Meaning 1. A written work made of pages bound together, used for something you read, study, or enjoy for information or stories. Example: she opened a book and read by the window until sunset. Common use: read a book, write a book, open a book. Book of Tides, meaning to reserve or arrange something in advance. Used when you make plans ahead of time for a seat, room, trip, or service. Example: they booked a room near the harbor for the night. Common use: book a room, book a ticket, book a table. Booked, meaning 3, a written record or official collection of information, used for records, accounts, or official written lists kept for reference. Example: the captain entered the weather details in the ship's book. Common use: record book, account book, log book. Logbook. Book is very common as the thing we read, but it is also a verb meaning to reserve something in advance. In addition, it can mean an official written record, such as a logbook or account book. Read deeply and plan wisely, Captain. Carry book for the pages that hold stories and knowledge, for the choices we reserve before the journey begins, and for the written records that guide us safely forward as we sail to the next island. Captain, before we step onto this movement and moment island, tell me, what does catch make you feel when it means to take and hold something moving, to discover or notice something suddenly, and to get or experience something unpleasant like an illness or problem? Meaning 1. To take and hold something that is moving, used when you stop something in motion with your hands or arms. Example: she caught the rope before it fell into the sea. Common use: catch a ball, catch the rope, catch with one hand. Catch it, meaning to notice, find, or discover something suddenly. Used when your eyes, ears, or mind pick up something quickly. Example: he caught a strange sound coming from below the deck. Common use: catch a sound, catch sight of, catch a detail. Caught a sound, meaning 3, to get, experience, or be affected by something unpleasant. Used for illnesses, problems, or negative situations that reach someone. Example: he caught a cold after the long, wet journey. Common use: catch a cold, catch fire, catch trouble. Don't catch cold. Catch is a very flexible word. It often means stopping and holding something moving, but it can also mean suddenly noticing something with the senses, such as a sound or sight. In another common use, it means getting something unpleasant, like a cold, fire, or trouble. Stay sharp and move at the right moment, Captain. Carry catch for the quick hand that stops what is moving, for the alert mind that notices hidden signs, and for the warning that some troubles can reach us before we expect them as we sail to the next island. Captain, before we step onto this peace and control island, tell me, what does calm make you feel when it means peaceful and quiet, free from strong emotion or panic, and making someone or something become quieter and steadier? Meaning 1, peaceful, quiet, and still. Used for weather, water, places, or situations with little movement or noise. Example, the sea was calm before sunrise. Common use, calm sea, calm weather, calm place. Calm sea, meaning 2, not upset, angry, or nervous, emotionally steady. Used for a person who stays in control and does not panic. Example, she stayed calm even when the lights went out. Common use, stay calm. Calm voice. Calm expression. Stay calm. Meaning 3, to make someone or something quieter, less upset, or less active. Used when a person, action, or thing helps reduce fear, noise, or strong movement. Example, the soft music helped calm the frightened child. Common use, calm someone down, calm the crowd, calm your mind. Calm down. Calm can be an adjective or a verb. As an adjective, it often describes still weather, peaceful places, or a person with steady emotions. As a verb, it means helping someone or something become less upset, less noisy, or less active. Keep your heart steady and your course clear, Captain. Carry calm for quiet waters, for inner control in difficult moments, and for the gentle power that brings peace back to the journey as we sail to the next island. Captain, before we step onto this sight and understanding island, tell me, what does blind make you feel when it means unable to see, unable or unwilling to notice or understand something, and something done without being able to see or know what is there? Meaning 1, unable to see. Used for a person or animal that cannot see at all or cannot see well enough to use sight normally. Example, the blind sailor learned every sound of the harbor by heart. Common use, blind person, blind dog, go blind. Blind navigation, meaning 2, unable or unwilling to notice, understand, or accept something. Used when someone does not see a truth, problem, or reality, even though it is there. Example, they were blind to the warning signs before the storm. Common use, blind to danger, blind to the truth, blind faith. Don't be blind, meaning 3, done without being able to see or know what is there. Used for actions, choices, or conditions where someone cannot see the result or does not have full knowledge. Example: he made a blind choice between the two locked boxes. Common use: blind test, blind choice, blind search. Blind choice. Blind most basically refers to the loss of sight, but it is also very common in figurative use. It can describe someone who does not notice an obvious truth, and it can describe actions taken without seeing or without enough information. Trust more than the eyes alone, Captain. Carry blind for the world without sight, for the truths people fail to notice, and for the uncertain steps taken without full knowledge as we sail to the next island. Captain, before we step onto this support and rights island, tell me, what does beneficiary make you feel when it means a person who receives money or property, a person who receives help or advantage from an action or system, and a person officially named to receive something in the future? Meaning 1. A person who receives money, property, or another valuable thing. Used for someone who gets something important from a fund, agreement, or legal arrangement. Example: she became the beneficiary of her aunt's savings. Common use: named beneficiary, sole beneficiary, beneficiary of a fund. Beneficiary. Meaning 2. A person who receives help, support, or advantage from something. Used for someone who benefits from a program, decision, change, or helpful action. Example: local families were the main beneficiaries of the new food program. Common use: direct beneficiary, main beneficiary, beneficiaries of support. Main beneficiary. Meaning 3. A person officially chosen to receive something later, such as payment, protection, or rights. Used when someone is formally listed to receive something in the future. Example: he named his daughter as the beneficiary of the insurance plan. Common use: insurance beneficiary, listed beneficiary, primary beneficiary. Primary beneficiary. Beneficiary usually means a person who receives some kind of benefit, money, property, protection, or support. In legal and financial contexts, it often refers to someone officially named to receive something. Follow every gift, right? And act of support with care, Captain. Carry beneficiary for the one who receives value, for the person helped by a wider system, and for the name chosen to receive something important in the future as we sail to the next island.